About Romania there's plenty to say, and everybody discovers here most of the things they do not expect. Of course, there's stories, there's the history, there's the legends of empires, and the much visiting they do, they realize that they came here looking for one thing, sometimes quite superficial, and they discovered a land of fairy tales, or a land of places that was not even in their smallest thoughts. About Romania, there's of course the history, very complex, from very old times, the Dacians, the Romans, then the medieval times, quite interesting for all of us, no matter where we come from. And then the very recent history that we have, communism, very attractive for a lot of tourism. Yes, and of course the stories with vampires. It is the topic that attracts more people, or most of the people visiting all our provinces. And at the end of their visit, almost everybody promises that they will come back to see more and to enjoy more the place they discovered in a very small part. The foreigners will choose Romania because they haven't been here yet. And because it is one of the top recommendations. If I'm not wrong, this would be the third year when we are part of the Lonely Planet recommendations, and of course many other tourism strong authorities, online and offline, recommend this new country. We have plenty to offer, more than we like to brag about. It is a destination that can be quite suitable for all the seasons and for most of the choices, depending on age groups and social position, income, and habits of traveling. So we have everything that could accommodate quite well a family or a solo traveler, a party animal, or even a businessman. We have nice landscapes, very beautiful places. We have very interesting religious sites, a lot of history, and of course one of the best destinations for clubbing.
Okay, can you name a few places like castles, you know, like stories about vampires?
So, if you come to Romania, your first stop should definitely be Bucharest. There is a history of more than 500 years here that is welcoming you to discover it and to meet it. Vladimir himself would welcome you if he would still be alive. But you can find out about his times in charge of the southern province. Then of course the Parliament Palace, but also a place like the Spring Palace, or the former residence of the Ceausescu family, is quite attractive for a foreigner. And then driving north, you have the option of the castles, and then Transylvania, one of the top regions for the foreigners and for all the tourists that get to Romania. We have in the north of the country the choice of the painted monasteries. We have the 5 top UNESCO sites, World Heritage UNESCO monasteries, painted both on the inside and on the outside and organized as a small citadel. There are, for instance, the fortified churches in Transylvania, and of course the Danube Delta, the second most important reservation of the biosphere.
And also a Mary Cemetery.
And the Mary Cemetery, yes, the place where death is not so frightening, because I feel that for us, death is not frightening, nor are the vampires or all the monsters that can be discovered in Romania. Or all the other places that challenge quite a lot the imagination.
Is it true that the Huniade Castle is one of the most beautiful castles in the world?
I would say one of the most beautiful castles in the world is Peleș Castle, because I'm a woman and I'm romantic. But when it comes to the medieval times, definitely Huniade Castle is something that No matter where you come from, you really have to go and pay a visit. I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones, and the moment I stopped there was the moment that, for me, I felt like the Queen in the North, or I arrived at Winterfell. So you should definitely go and check out the place. The classical tour in Bucharest covers some of the sites that I recommend, because it's a little bit difficult depending on the preferences. My favorite place is the Romanian Athenaeum, and a visit at the main hall, so an interior visit, it's something that I'm trying to convince everybody to do. Of course, the Parliament Palace, the second largest administrative building in the world and the most expensive administrative building, the heaviest, and of course the largest in Europe, is something that you cannot miss. And not only for the history, not only for how it was built, but also for all the richness that it represents. It is more than 5,000 chandeliers inside. The heaviest has 5 tons. So that's a reason itself to go and see the entire exhibition of chandeliers, but also it has almost 1 million cubical meters of marble. It's entirely made with Romanian products, and the story of each room and all the patterns it represents are worth taking a visit. Then from there, of course, the Old Town, not only with the very interesting offer of pubs and bars and clubs and all the shops, so everything you need you will find there, but it also has some nice touches of history. Calea Victoriei, or the Victory Avenue, is a very nice place where to have a walk and to discover different parts of the Romanian history and also the Bucharest history. And very close to the Athenaeum, the one that I already mentioned, is the former Royal Palace and the Revolution Square. So if you really want to take a list of the sites in Bucharest, maybe you would need a couple of days, but you have everything in a very small area. From there, if you're more interested in really doing some digging in our history and also in everything that the country has to offer from the nature point of view and from the scenery point of view, taking the train to the north part or to the center of the country and to Transylvania can offer you quite an experience when it comes to enjoying the sights, admiring the scenery, and seeing how the Carpathian Mountains look in Romania as well.
Is it Bucharest a childly friend suitable for a family?
It is. Bucharest is very friendly, also with families. Most of the restaurants, most of the bars also accept children, because in my personal experience there are countries that will not let you go inside. The bars will not accept you if you have an underage with you, but Bucharest offers that. And they also have a lot of shops or a lot of places for entertainment for the children. A bookshop with different playing areas, or even the big shopping malls that will give a break for the children and both the parents as well. The top characters that are motivation enough for tourists to come here are Dracula, Ceausescu, maybe some reasons regarding sport. So wherever you go as a Romanian, or whoever comes here will know about Nadia Comaneci and Hagi, but the very passionate ones will know also the younger members of our national football team. Most of the people that come here for their holidays will try to also take a piece of nature, or so do hiking, visit the castles, maybe go to the Danube Delta, go to Transylvania, or at least go around Bucharest to enjoy the richness of nature that Romania still gives, and it's one of our unique characteristics, still a unique characteristic for Romania in Europe, but also in the world. They look for nice places where to taste the Romanian food, with very big and very heavy food, but very tasty. They are definitely very interested in tasting our national liquor and also the beer and the wine. And last but not least, to go to the clubs, to admire the beautiful women, and to really have a very nice experience itself. And also, one of the reasons why most of the tourists come here, especially from Europe, are the festivals or the concerts. Untold happens in Cluj, in Transylvania, but also Electric Castle. It's already fashionable to attend this music festival. There are some festivals that are organized also by the Black Sea, very close to Constanța. And Bucharest also tries to get the attention and tries to convince people to come, either for concerts or for one weekend festival. And of course, the sport events that might be organized in the future can be quite an opportunity to welcome more people.
Is it Constanța the new Ibiza?
Mamaia is definitely the new Ibiza and definitely the new Mykonos, or the Mykonos of the East. We are quite lucky to have Odessa not being so popular anymore, but having everybody moving to Mamaia. So the very high-end customers would really want to get the best entertainment in Mamaia during summer, and they start with the 1st of May and they end around the 1st of September. And from what I've heard, nobody's complaining. Quite the opposite. They're very happy to make the choice, and they come back more and more every year. Just to be sure everything goes accordingly to the plan, you have to get to Bucharest. So if you fly here, make sure that you know very well how to get into the city. There are the options of taxi, of bus, but also of private transport. From there, accommodation is a very important matter, especially because Bucharest has grown in the last years as one of the top destinations in the center and eastern part, and it's better to be sure that you already have your apartment booked before getting here, or your choice of accommodation. From there, most of the restaurants are open and they receive walk-ins, so the reservation doesn't have to be made prior your arrival to the restaurant. Or if you look for a special place, or if you want to go with the top recommendation, then it's better to make a call and be sure that they have you there on the list and they're waiting for you. You don't have to worry about Wi-Fi. It's one of the countries that is the most generous. So Wi-Fi is everywhere. Most of the Wi-Fi has no password, no requirements of credit cards, and even the phone data is cheap as part of the European Union, and the speed is very, very good. Romania has the second fastest internet in the world, and of course the second best quality. Once you're here, if you're done your visiting, then maybe you want to do some more activities. We have spas that have a very nice offer for both solo travelers and couples as well. Then we have different adventure places if you want to go and have a karting experience, very close to the center. There is one of these choices. If you want to shoot, if you want to try some pistols, maybe even more, depending on how courageous you are, that would be very good. There's the choice of skydiving, also very close to Bucharest, and many water sports. We have the sea just 2 hours driving, but we also have very nice lakes that offer a very nice choice of water sports. So there's no excuse for you not to have fun in Bucharest. Come to Romania, we have Dracula.